figured I'd hop on here and do a live Sunday after Depot. Yay. It is, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It is, yeah. We had fun. We had a lot of fun. I'll wait for her to get in here, get my settings up. Subscribers, there we go. There we go. Got everything set up. So I hope we're having a good Sunday. We have got a lot of wind and a lot of leaves just a flying by. I love days like these. I really do. So I'm sitting over here watching that out the window. But like I said, I'm exhausted from the Depot. Like super exhausted. But it'll be okay. I think I slept in today. And I absolutely just said, I'm not doing anything today. I'm not going anywhere. And that's something because Bath and Body Works has opened up a new store really close to me. And they opened today. And if I'm going to sit here and stay home and not go to Bath and Body Works, you know I'm tired. Because I'm all up on me some Bath and Body Works. I love that place. And my life would be complete if they would put in a Yankee Candle. I'm just saying. Holly said she's gonna be lurking. She's not gonna be talking. She's not in an interactive mood today. Holly, you need to come to Depot on the weekends. That'll cure you of that. You have to be interactive there. I totally have probably interacted with more people. I think we had Friday alone, we had over 1,000 people come through. And that was a slow night because the homecoming football game and the 1995 class reunion, which I know I mentioned, is my class reunion. I did not go. I think the only one I went to is my 10-year. That is it. But they had that going on Friday. And then Saturday, we had, now I don't know the final tally of that one. We had a lot of people coming through. And we had a lot of the kids coming in from the homecoming dance that happened on Saturday. So yeah, we had fun. Got to tell ghost stories. I told some ghost stories on Hayride. So it was pretty awesome. Just really a lot of work. I'm not at the age anymore where I can get up and down off those trailers as easy as I like, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. There ain't no shame. Ain't no shame in aging. So, but yeah, we've got one more weekend to go and then Halloween night. And I will be going live at 6 o'clock every night the Depot's going to talk to y'all before the Depot opens. I was going to try to get a video of the hayride, but here's the problem. It was too dark and you couldn't see anything. Hey, Twister. What's up, Miss Ma'am? Yeah, so you couldn't see anything, so I didn't get to get the video of the hayride. I'm going to have to probably have Bailey or somebody get a video of the hayride for me when they go down to start the bonfire. When it's still daylight and you can actually see. I tried. I did. I tried. But we'll get it. We'll get it. I'll have them, go down there in the day. So yeah, we had a really good time though. How's your weekend going, Twister? You're looking at the lake. Heck yeah, girl. Heck yeah. I'm watching leaves fall. It's really windy, and those really windy days that just knocks everything out of the trees. Yeah, that's what we got going on right outside. So I'm watching this. So I got frustrated. So Justin used to run the official Haunted Depot YouTube. And what are you doing? Oh. The official Haunted Depot YouTube page. And I'm not going to name names, and I'm not going to go into too much detail. We had an issue last year. So evidently there was a comment. Hi, Danielle. There was a comment on some videos where it was like, don't go dressed up down there. They'll try to arrest you. All for dressing up. It's against the law. Okay. If y'all ever see that comment from this person, no. It is not against the law to dress up. What is against the law, though, is to try to talk youngins into going back behind the dark depot with you, trying to sneak into the actors hall with equipment when you do not have authorized access because you have not officially volunteered and we don't know who you are and you are completely dressed up and hiding your face. And it is also not okay to refuse to answer questions about your identity or what you're doing there in an unauthorized area until the cops get called, because this person didn't want to answer our security team. So if y'all see anything like that on anything Haunted Depot, that one house, I'm telling you, hey, Holly, it was a mess last year. It was a mess. It threw us all into a tizzy. Hey, Brian, I was, trying to keep everybody at the hayride safe. We didn't know what was going on. This dude was sneaking everywhere. And then he was like, oh, my granddaughter volunteers. Okay, well, if your granddaughter volunteers, that's fine, but you didn't. What are you doing? There was one girl who tried to get to go behind the depot with him, and she ran and told somebody, and security hopped right on it. There's cameras everywhere. He got caught before he could even make himself comfortable in the actors hall. It was crazy. It was crazy. And he's lucky he didn't go to jail. Like, they did not take him to jail. They told him to leave. They were going to trespass him. And then he was going around leaving comments like, oh, it's illegal to dress up and try to scare people in Ringgold. And it's like, no, it's not legal to do that. It is illegal. However, yes, it was creepy. He had made a plague doctor costume. And, yeah. We were all on edge last year about that. And then I saw the comments and was like, dude, seriously? Seriously? You really want to go there? Yeah, Alex was part of the security team last year. Like, you really want to go there? I mean, and I live in the state of Georgia, so, we can conceal carry without a permit. And we were armed just in case he came over there and tried anything. Because he was carrying a bag and we didn't know what was in it. We had no clue. So, we were having to prepare for everything. So, yeah, it was crazy. So, I saw that yesterday. I got so frustrated. I was like, oh, my God, really? I was like, just don't show up again this year. Because this year you would go to jail. Yeah, he was stupid. Delusional. Like, he doesn't even want to tell the whole story. He just wants to make it look like we were picking on him for being there. Dressed up. No, that's not what happened. And we got video evidence, so he better be glad they did not put him in jail and trespass him completely. I do believe they told him not to come back on the property. And that would extend for, subsequent years. So, yeah, I saw that. That frustrated the crap out of me. And then that we've had some people that have been doing videos that's like, okay, we're going to go on this haunted hayride and be upset that it's not a haunted hayride. And here's the thing. We never claimed it was, and we never advertised it as such. The hayride is the only thing not haunted because you have families that come in that have children, and they don't want their children scared to death, So that's the reason they only buy the hayride tickets. They don't take them on the ghost tour. They don't take them in the depot. It is a family-friendly hayride that ends at a bonfire with concessions and a movie. And it's usually a family-friendly movie. Last year was Hocus Pocus. We've got Beetlejuice this year. So it's like, I guess everything was coming up in my stream, well, not my stream, but my For You page, because of my videos that I was posting. And I'm just like, dude, before you make a video or say something, please give all the facts. Please, for the love of God, give all the facts. So yeah, like we've never said that it was haunted. Now I'm not gonna lie, last year I did get permission to send a couple of the outside actors into the woods to like jump out, but I had to pull them back in because there was a something that happened in Tennessee where a kid had gotten caught under a tractor and he passed. So we had to pull him in and kind of not do that because everybody was on edge about that, which I got. Exactly, Brian. Yeah, most people are stupid. Stuck on stupid. And I think what really gets to me is like this dude can't understand what he did wrong. Like, how do you not get it? You know, if you're a grandparent, that means you were a parent. So, you know, in a parent's shoes, how would you feel? You know, if somebody tried to get your kid that they didn't know to go to the back of the depot or hid in the actors' hallway when we have kids that work in the depot as actors and then didn't want to talk. I don't think, yeah, but I don't think you're that kind of stupid. I mean, we all got a little bit of stupidity going on. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes we get stuck on stupid, yes. I did yesterday. I was getting off the hayride and I had my arm. Okay, so to be fair, one of the driver that I pissed off the other day, he was on the hayride. He wasn't driving, he was off. He was just down there with his friends and stuff, and he was on the hayride and he works with the guy that was driving. And he hollered at him and he told him, he goes, you know, because it was just all of us on the hayride, nobody was going back from the bonfire. And he said, hey, don't take it easy on them turns. And Shane looks at me, he says, Mama, hold on. Hold on, he's got Blaine going. I was like, okay. So I held on and I had put my arm, because the way I was sitting, I had to put my arm kind of in through where the wood slats were. And I forgot that my arm was there. So I went to get off of the trailer when we got back over to the ticket booth. And yeah, that was my stuck on stupid moment. Thank God it was time to go home. Oh, God, I hurt. Hi, 2X. That's one, exactly. Exactly, Sophia. I mean, and it's not like we don't have signs, you know, that say you don't come in here without proper authorization. In other words, you have to sign up to volunteer. We have to vet you. We have to have, you know, your information. We're not letting every Tom, Dick, and Harry inside there when we've got kids working there. That's just not going to happen. You know, we do take safety seriously. And obviously, he didn't think we should. I was fixing to ask if you're feeling better. Good. Good. It ran through its course. Yeah, like I told you, rhinovirus is going around. That's the one that lasts about a day or two. It feels like, you know, you're at death's door when you get it. And then when it goes away, it's like, holy crap, you know, that was fast. But thank God, I don't want to do that again. And I hate it because it comes on suddenly. Like, you don't even feel like you're getting sick at first. It just comes on and you're like, that. Yeah. I just hate being sick, period. I hate it. And then I sit there, like, if I'm sick, I sit there and I'm like thinking of all the stuff I could be doing if I didn't feel like crap. If this would just go away, it would be so good. Oh, y'all, I made a post today. I've got a lot of local ghost stories, and I told y'all that I was going to be doing those through October. I also decided, if any of y'all have local ghost stories, comment under that post your local ghost story. And the one that gets the most likes, we're going to do a voting. The one that gets the most likes, I'm going to do a video on. I'm going to give you the submittal credit. I'm also going to shout you out and try to run some people to your channel to subscribe.
Sophia looked in a mirror. That's her ghost story.
Holly, yes, but I love him. I've done that too, X, where it's like I'd be exhausted but then couldn't sleep. And yeah, that's one of the worst parts too. How'd you like that picture today, Holly? But I love him. Oh, good. So you're getting back to good. Was it the one that tried to claim? Yeah, 2X. It was funny, wasn't it? I was like, this is perfect. I did one for Dawn yesterday. This is Dawn. Yeah, I thought it was perfect. And she's like, hey, now, don't act like that wasn't true and you didn't like it. Don't act that way. It's great. Dawn. I should have made that one a Papa Smurf, saying that. I didn't think about it after I got it done, but it's okay. I was about to say, with you living in a swamp, though, Sophia, yeah, you should. If you ain't got none, it's not getting done right. You live near swamps and you ain't got no ghost stories. Somebody's hiding something. I was surprised to find out how many people had no idea, outside of my generation, the story about Thomas and the depot, because it's been passed down, but I guess they quit at some point. Because I mean, I had people that were my brother's age that were like, oh, I didn't know that. How did you not know that? Like, I literally learned it in school. During Halloween, we would do fun little things like, I don't know, local ghost stories. It's like, how do you not know this? Like, what are they doing? Oh, okay. See, so it worked itself out. Yeah, people like that, you can just let them, they'll go, they will mess themselves over. They'll expose themselves, I'm glad it worked out. Karma comes for everybody. Don't be running your mouth and then acting stupid. Because once you get caught, hey. You're almost to your goal. Good. Nice. Yeah, that one. I still can't believe that she tried to say you did that. Like, seriously. Yeah, see, and that's more back up for you. That's what gets to me. It's like, they complain about her, but they haven't had a complaint about you. And you would think that with the accusations, there would be a complaint about you, but there's not. I mean, okay. Proof is in the pudding. Like I said, they always expose themselves. I love it when they do that too. Now I'm waiting for the exposed joke because Sophia's in here. Wait for the exposed joke. That's good. That is definitely good. You need that. I would too, Sophia. I'm sorry if there ain't a ghost story, somebody lying or they ain't paying attention. No civilization, interference whatsoever. Swamp that you're making for a ghost story, or 50. I mean, you got 200 years right there. of potential. I mean, more if you think about it, but, being cut off for 200 years, that's a lot of potential. Oh, Holly. You just in one of those moods today. I've been there. I do that. Y'all know I do that. I'm going to be working on my new video today for the Tunnel Hill Tunnels. Green Eyes dropped today, so I know your mom will probably go watch it because I did that one specifically for her because she likes the Green Eyes story over at the battlefield. And so I posted Green Eyes for her today. I'm thinking about, depending on how good the battlefield one does, maybe going around on some of the other ghosts, like the lady in white. Not the one at the tower, though. I'm going to go for the ones that actually have the evidence to kind of back them up. I get that. Every time I was stressed, like, I would have, cigarettes. I'd be smoking like a chimney every time I used to get stressed. Hey, Lone, what's up? Oh, okay. Old Man Harden. I'll have to look that up. We've got one that goes along, and I'm probably going to do a video on that goes along with my family. My mom was a Hamblin, and up in Hamblin County, Tennessee, there's this one where this farmer was living with his family, and his daughter got hit by a car, one of the first cars that, came out, and she was killed, and his and her ghost are said to roam the road late at night. And they said he went into such despair that he passed. Hamblin County, Tennessee is where that's supposed to be. Oh, wow, Brian. Your online brother is growing up. I did not. Why is that doing that? Okay. Sorry. I tapped my screen. Yeah, because, I wanted to do one on the lady in white. Okay, so there's 2 ladies in white in the battlefield, Holly. You've got the one for Wilder Tower, but that one's actually not accurate because Wilder Tower was not there during the Civil War. So that the woman did not go up on the tower and jump off because she lost her man. It was built as a monument and finished in 1903. Civil War done long ended. So that one I'm not going to go over because that is not an accurate story. There's already problems. Yes, the one that goes in your back seat, the one that your mom came across. Did she ever tell you that story? Do you, Lone? Awesome. That's named after my family. My mama was a Hamblin. Yep. So you know the story of the farmer whose daughter got hit by the car? I forgot the name of the road, but got hit by the car. She did, Holly. Yeah, she told me. She called me the night it happened. She's like, "You're not going to believe what just happened to me." And I was like, this is why I don't go through the battlefield at night anymore. I'm not, no, I don't want to meet her. I don't want to meet Green Eyes, and I don't want to meet her. I really don't. We will not do this, ever. Yeah, some people she will show up in the back seat. Some people she won't. I think if you stop is when she shows up in the back seat. And then if you don't, because your mama didn't, she just kept going. kind of freaked her out. I don't blame her. It would have freaked me out too. I bet, Danielle, that would make me a lot happier. Dang, Holly. Yeah, I would be pulling over and getting out myself. I'd be like, I'm Ubering it. Call me an Uber. Get me out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna look up the Hamilton County one again, make sure I've got all the details right and do a video on it. Because that's not far from me at all. Yeah, I don't like nasty spirits. Heck no. Okay, Holly. Yeah, I did one on the Reed House in Chattanooga, which, the Reed House is a historic landmark hotel. It used to be owned by Radisson. But they have a haunted room called 311. And the story behind it is crazy. It happened in the 20s. And it's a crazy story, but the details are kind of, scant. There's a lot of conjecture there. A lot. But it's an interesting story. But they do have other ghosts in the Reed House, too. Linked to the basement where the kitchens used to be. Yeah, getting exactly 40 hours always helps. Always. 2X, you needed it, though. You were sick. Your body needed that rest. We heal better when we're sleeping. Thank you, Danielle. I look for the historical stuff that is like crazy lore and stuff like that. But it has the accuracy with it as well. I'm looking for the stuff that people don't readily know about everywhere. Like the one I do with the pranksters in history, I never knew half that stuff. And I'm just like, dude, this is great. Especially Duke Robert II and the way he had his house set up, his manor set up to trick everybody. I love it. I have little fountains or geysers in the floor to go up women's dresses to flirt, which I thought was hilarious. I was like, yeah, he's a pervert, and, but back then, well, even now, a lot of people are. So, I loved that. Was probably my favorite one out of the pranksters. But yeah. I'm just gonna spray some water up your skirt, and no biggie. You came to visit. Ding dong. Shh. Okay, 2X, that's fine. Oh, okay, Lone. I haven't actually ever stopped in Knoxville, but you got to go through there just to get to Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge. So I mean, I've been through it. I just never stopped there. We usually try to straight shot that sucker because we're so excited to get to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. I think we're not quite 2 hours from Knoxville.
Like an hour.
Yeah, like probably an hour and 20 minutes from Knoxville. Now, see, my dad's side of the family, and this is the funny part because he was born out in Oklahoma, but they were from up around Maryville and Rutherford County and all that. And I think it's hilarious because, they end up in Oklahoma and end up, he comes along, but back in 30s or 40s, I think it was, my grandfather and his brothers had a little country band. My grandfather played the harmonica, and they had a little radio show when they were younger up in Maryville. which I thought was cool. Of course, my grandfather was also a little crazy. When he was in Oklahoma, he did cockfighting, and one of his roosters pecked him, and he bit its head off. And I was like, dude, he Ozzy Osbourne a chicken before Ozzy Osbourne got a hold of a bat. And Ozzy's was on accident. Grandfather's wasn't. Hi, Matthew. How are you? So, yeah. I thought it was just my mom's family that had the roots to Tennessee and Georgia. Then come to find out my dad's paternal side did. So I thought that was great. Rock and roll, exactly. Um, I never got to meet my grandfather on my daddy's side though. He passed away. My dad was 10. He passed away. He was in a bad accident. He was an alcoholic too, real bad. Said he was a great person when he was sober, but he was a very abusive drunk. But I never got to meet him. But oh God, I've got a picture of him holding one of his roosters. I don't think it was the rooster that he Ozzy Osbourne, but it was a rooster. But I get crazy stories about him mainly. Like the man just had no chill. Matthew, how's your weekend going? Louisville, Tennessee. I'm not exactly 100% sure. I mean, I know we're Louisville, Kentucky, but I'm not exactly sure where Louisville, Tennessee is. I hit my desk today. It's going to be one of those days. I'm going to be hitting everything. Okay, next to Maryville. I knew my family was from Maryville. I've only been there once. To Maryville. No. Twice. Once when I was 9. And then once when my husband was doing a job up there and we stopped. He got me out of the house for a week and I went up there with him. I know we had like one family reunion for my dad's side of the family, like one. That was it. And I was 9 years old. Never had another one. I was like, okay. I got to meet the Tennessee side of the family. That was it. The only time I ever met his sister, too, my own aunt. Talked to her all the time. That was the only time I ever met her face to face. Yeah, there's parts of Tennessee I haven't been to yet. Even though family was from there, I like it though. I like going around Tennessee. I've been to Nashville, been up into Memphis and Millington, and because that's where my ex-husband was from, and we have a son, so my son has gone up there to stay with him. I hated that drive though. God. Like I said, been to Maryville twice. Been up into Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, around Rutherford County. Hang on, there's another one I'm trying to. Whoa. Been there. Cleveland, places like that. Yes, Holly. Whoa. It's not Whitwell. It's whoa. I know, that's why I got on to you for that whole Vols thing. Because I was like, oh no, hell no, what's wrong with that? Look, my son, when he was in high school, he started dating this girl. Y'all seen her on the video, Katie. He said, Mom, I got a girlfriend. He said that, yeah, I was talking about the Maryville one, Alex, when we stayed up there when you were working the highway. But he said, Mama, there's only one problem. She's a Tennessee fan. I said, it's okay, baby. Ain't nobody perfect. Man, she was trying to go at me yesterday. about the Bama Tennessee game, because she was over there like, yeah, we fixed to whoop y'all's butt. And then after the game was over, I looked at her. I said, you want to say that again? She said, never mind, Mama. She walked away from me. She just walked away. Run that mouth some more. Man, I wasn't even sleeping. Now, I did tell one guy he come up in them orange and white checkered overalls, and I said, you know, we charge triple on the hayride for Tennessee fans. And I told him he was getting off the hayride, and I said, I got two. I was telling everybody buying, and I looked at him. I said, "Sir, I just got two words for you. You're old tied." And he goes, "More like a roll of toilet paper." I said, "Well, not according to the score." So yeah, we were having fun with the team rivalries. It was great. Twister. I gotta have a good rivalry going on. At least Alex isn't as salty about Bama beating Georgia. I mean, that was a good game. It was a very close game. His butthole puckered. He got worried. Hello, Lydia. How you doing, gorgeous? How you feeling? You feeling better? Holly's like, it's time to work a Nightbot. Oh, I'm sorry. Girl, I'm exhausted today too. I'm just absolutely not wanting to do anything. I've got things that need done, but they can wait till tomorrow. I knew it was going to happen, though. It happens every year. Like for the next 3 weekends, I'm not going to be worth snot on the days off. I mean, I work my butt off while I'm there, but I'm a really hard worker. But once I get home, it's like, no. I took my makeup last night and I laid down. I was gone. So, I was a little upset yesterday though because I was going to try to do the cracked porcelain doll and then never could get the cracks to come out right. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be a little kid. So I was a little kid. Did you find any ghosts? Give me some ghost stories. That'll work, Holly. Yeah, you can do the links. I need to. I've got to add 2 X's. I keep forgetting. Oh, Lydia. You're just like, give me another day. Good grief. Give me another day. Yeah, I got a bunch of people I've got to add to the list. I know 2X is one of them. They're shy today. They said, we don't want to come out and talk. It's expected. Let's get you when it's not. I had to go into the back rooms yesterday, and I was like, Thomas, don't you tap me on the shoulder. Don't do it. Don't you do it. It's okay. Usually. Just tell them you've had all your shots. It doesn't matter. If they're ghosts, it's not going to matter if you got rabies or not. It's like, you're already gone. You're not getting sick. What are you talking about? Yeah, but I was walking back there because I had to go into the restroom, and I walked by the back rooms. I was like, Thomas, don't you mess with me today? Because I'm usually not inside unless we're having a meeting or and we had to put our porta potty out there out of order. So I had to go inside anyway. But that's fine because I don't like porta potties, even when they are in order. Hey, Matrix, what's up? Did you seriously just step up and climb over?
Yeah. Don't forget you gotta add your brother to that.
What? Yeah, I've got to add Brian's to it. He's on there too. The witching hour, the 3 a.m. witching hour. Somebody asked me the other day if I heard of the Bell Witch, and I was like, who hasn't? Heck yeah. That's another one I want to go up there and look into. I really do. Yeah, 3 a.m. witching hour. Look, I will tell you, there was the video's down, but I've had a video where we were talking about paranormal experiences, and I'd gone to bed one night, and the way my bed was situated, across the room there was a bathroom, and the door was open, and I saw well, at first I had my eyes closed, and I had heard electrical popping, and I opened my eyes, and there was this red orb just floating in my bathroom, so it kind of freaked me out, and I looked up, I was like, what is that? Well, it dissipated, and then maybe about 10 seconds after it dissipated, the popping stopped. And it was just crazy. So it took me forever. I finally got to sleep. And the way I sleep sometimes is on my side, and I'll have the leg underneath will be straight out, and then have the other leg kind of bent on top. And I woke up 3 separate times to where it felt like somebody had grabbed my ankle and yanked my leg back. So, yeah, needless to say, I didn't sleep very good that night. But it's funny you said witching hour, because it was actually around 2:45, 3 o'clock when I went to bed that night. I usually always check the clock before I go to bed, because sometimes I have insomnia, and I try to keep track of it for my doctor. So yeah, that was crazy. And you mentioned witching hour, and I was like, yeah, that was horrible. The trigger happy swamp fairy. She's shooting at you? What? Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I mean, I've seen where things happen just about at any hour, but that, the witching hour is the worst. That I think is where, the most dangerous and powerful crap can happen. So I'm kind of glad like we're done with the depot by around 11, 12 o'clock and not up into 3. I'm just saying, because I would not go into that depot at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, even though Thomas isn't said to be a bad ghost, he doesn't really do anything but cause lights to flicker or tap you on the shoulder or something, but I still wouldn't. Because that's the one I know of. There could be other crap. I mean, that depot's been around since the early 1800s. I mean, there is still, you can still see the holes in the side of the building from the war, from gunfire. And there's some chunks taken out from cannon fire. So you can still see that. So you can't tell me that Thomas is the only one. He's just the prominent one. Oh, okay, Holly. Tell her I love her too. But yeah, I think 3 o'clock in the morning, and I've been a paranormal investigator before, and 3 o'clock in the morning is definitely, everything can amp up. Did you ever get the Trinity marks on you? The 3 scratches? I never did, but I know people who have. Holly's dad actually got scratched when they were on a ghost thing a couple months back. They went to an abandoned hospital down in South Pittsburgh and did the hospital thing, and he got scratched. Holly, wasn't that the Trinity scratches? Was it the Trinity or was it the single scratch? I can't remember. That makes more sense. I was like, how's the Swamp Fairy trigger happy? But that makes sense. I like it. It's just the water heater, but you know. Okay, he got the single. I couldn't remember if he got the Trinity one or the single. Because I know you also got the picture that we looked at with the tall figure. We actually had some people from the South Pittsburgh area on the hayride the other night, and we were talking about it because they were fixing to do a thing at the hospital. What? The Louvre? That thing's like Fort Knox. How the hell did somebody get in there? And jeez. Matrix says somebody robbed the museum in Paris this morning and stole a lot of jewelry. Dude, that thing be about like Fort Knox. That's odd. Oh, so you have had the Trinity, yeah. I've heard they hurt, like they burn, like so bad. Hey, Zachary, what's up? Well, see, and you would think, though, with all the security measures they have, that they wouldn't much anymore. Whenever it was an inside job. Oh, construction workers. Jesus. Of course. That's crazy. So I take it like they haven't got them yet. They're still on the run. The stuff will show up. They're just going to have to keep a look at black market underground sales is what they're going to have to do. Because chances are that's where it's going. Oh, they did catch them? I don't know. That's just still crazy to me. Like, dang. Like, the last things I've seen about museums are those idiots that were going out there throwing, like, tomato sauce on artwork and gluing themselves to it and gluing themselves to the floors. Thank God that stopped. It's like, you ain't hurting nobody but yourself. You're just pissing a lot of people off. You're not really getting your message through because people are just looking at you like you're a lunatic. Yeah, it's hard to respect crazy. And that's true, Sophia. There are. There are. And if somebody wants it bad enough, they're going to figure it out. They're definitely going to figure it out. Oh, they use their equipment. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go look that up and read the news article. God, that's just crazy. There's a lot of weird stuff going on lately, though. That hasn't gone on in like years, or that you don't hear about a lot. I mean, even because, like you said, Sophia, it happens frequently. But the problem is the press gonna pick it up or not? Okay, Holly. Yeah, Matrix sent me one too. Yeah, that's the problem because just about anything can be hacked into anymore. And you got people out there that are willing to do it. So I don't like all our information being stored on cloud based services or computer systems. Anything with online access where somebody can hack into it. Um, you know, throughout history, it's always no matter what you come up with, no matter what technology or way to make life easier, what was meant for good will eventually be turned into something that was meant for bad. Somebody's going to exploit it every time. And that's why I was like, because I remember when the internet first came out, we thought it was just the greatest thing ever. Now we're sitting here going, I kind of wish it was never invented. People forgot how to write letters, use a landline phone. Oh, okay. It was one that okay. I just saw your message came in right about Tom Holly's dead, so. She says she is not into socializing much today. But she's socializing because she loves her Aunt Sharon. She loves me. I've known about it. I've known about it. I'm happy about it. I can't wait till it goes live. Well, Holly, to be fair, I'm always going to worry. So, but I'm Aunt Sharon. I'm allowed to. I'm just not going to go overboard. I mean, if I know you're not in danger. Yeah, Sophia, we don't. Our security isn't internet. It's not Wi-Fi. Um, for that reason, because anybody could hack into it. I will not use Wi-Fi capable uh, home security because to me that is too weak. Nanook, what's up? I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. Just got done with the first weekend of Depot last night. I'm exhausted. Everybody in this house is exhausted. Everybody has said they're doing nothing. Watch TV and nap. That's. Yeah, it's windy here too. We're supposed to be getting some rain. Oh, we are. It's a blast. And a few randos. Yeah, you got what was it? You got a new follow out of it too. A new sub. She's worried about losing her Wi-Fi, Cal. Oh, you gotta go pick up Junior? I'll be right back, y'all. I'll put you on this nice scene over here. Talk amongst yourselves. I shall be right back. There's your Halloween scene. All right, y'all. I'm back. You get caught up. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, Justin, he wanted to join the military at one point, but with his autism, they wouldn't let him. Well, I mean, they would get you in shape. I know that Justin's friend that he grew up with, he actually came to the depot. We hadn't seen him. He just got out of basic. I want to say in spring. And he's doing some recruitment right now, but they're sending him to Syria next year. He had to meet a certain weight, but then they put him in, and now he's in shape, and he's like real thin. He's lost every bit of it. Ah, dang it. Get away from there. There we go. Oh, great. Family insanity. I put up with my family's insanity daily, but yeah, that's just the ones that live in this house. Y'all missed it. My brother was in the live last night that I did. And he came in because I said something. Oh, one of the girls got one of our clowns some Skittles. He likes Skittles, so she was giving them to him. And we said something about Skittles, and my brother's like come in, and his username is Skittle, and he's like, "Did I hear Skittles?" So yeah, my brother was in here. I think 2X got to meet him. Yeah, they do. You have to meet a certain weight requirement before you can. But they give you time. They give you a little bit of time before you go into MEPS. They'll give you a little bit of time to meet that weight requirement, and you go, do it again, do your testing and all that. Which he did. He went through basic, and he was visiting this past week. He had some time, so he came to visit, and he showed up, and I was like, oh my God, I was crying. I was like, oh, there he is. I bet that was fun. I asked him, I said, how'd you like boot camp? He goes, oh my God, I hated it, but I loved it, and I will never do it again. I bet. But yeah, he said they're sending him. Let's see, he's got to go to Louisiana. Well, he's probably there because he came through Friday and was leaving Saturday. So he's in Louisiana right now. Did you? Fun. Yeah, he left out Saturday. He's in Louisiana right now. They said he's going to Syria next year. So yeah, I'm not gonna be worried at all. There's another one of my bonus kids. And he's been around since like Justin was in kindergarten. That's how long they've been friends. So I'm gonna be keeping up on, world news very, very much so. I was never like in military. I never had the desire to go into the military or anything. My dad, he was naval. Um, he used to have to ship out a couple times a year to Texas to do training exercises and stuff. The ship that he was on was the USS Luce, and he'd have to go down to Texas. So I remember as a kid, we'd take him, drop him off at the airport, and then go pick him up. Yeah. Sorry, I like food too much. No. I just didn't like have the desire, you know, because they have us take an ASVAB test. I don't know if they do it with the kids anymore, but in high school we had to take an ASVAB test. And once your scores come back and you graduate, or if it even starts before you graduate, you'll start getting phone calls from recruiters like, hey, we want to talk to you about the Air Force or the Marines or the Navy or just whatever they feel that you would fit into according to your scores. All right, Matrix, get you some rest. We love you. So, yeah, I remember getting the phone calls from the recruiters. I think the last one I ended up getting was when I was actually pregnant with Justin, because I mean they'll go for a while. They'll keep calling. And I told him, I said, I don't think y'all gonna take me. And he said, why? It was Army. And he was like, well, I think I'm pregnant. It's like, I'm not coming in there. This is not happening. Oh, really? See, that's another thing. Don't sit there and tell me I'm too. If it's all muscle tone, and you tell somebody they're too heavy, but I'm burning fat efficiently. He probably does. He's in his room, and I hear the TV going. He's on those football games like constantly. So he probably is, Lydia. Because I walked out of the room for a minute and I heard his TV going. He'll bounce through so many games. Because you have, you know, your college football on Saturday and then NFL. I mean, he's all over it. On the weekends, we just don't really see much of him unless it's the depot. And then he's keeping up with scores during the depot. Like, he'll be like, hey, you know, how's this game going? How's Georgia doing? How's Bama doing? How's, you know, Oklahoma doing? He's on it. Yeah, he probably does. He's been doing really good though, y'all. Like, he doesn't sleep in as late as he did anymore. He's been getting up, you know, a decent hour. I'm very proud of him. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He went in. Now he had, I don't know if he was having an allergy attack or what. He thought he was sick, but Friday he wasn't feeling the greatest, and he still went to the depot and was scaring people. I really think it's allergies, though, because we got ragweed all up in the yard. We've got to get it cut down. But he went in there, and he's like, man, you know, I'm not running a fever or anything. I'm just a little bit stuffy. You know, I'm going to go scare people. So he did. And he had a blast. Did y'all see that? Well, if you go back on my live from yesterday, you will see the makeup that was done. It's pretty cool. Miss Pam did a good job. All right, Lone, take care. And roll tide. Sorry, I had to. All right, y'all. It's been about an hour. I think I'm going to go ahead and shut the live down and probably go find me some lunch or relax or do something. Oh, I do have to do something today. I do have to clean off this dresser because this dresser back here is piled up. I got a new makeup mirror and everything and had to set it up yesterday. So I piled everything on my dresser and said I'd get it later. Yay. So, you're welcome. Bye, Hottie. I love you. Get feeling better. Be careful out there going to pick Junior up. All right, y'all. Don't forget, share your ghost story on the post. And we'll get some voting going on. Don't forget, I'm posting videos too, historical videos. Please watch and like. My shorts and my videos aren't getting many likes. They're getting watched, but not many likes. Anyway, all right. Love, hugs, mushy stuff, y'all. We'll see you later. Boy.